I must ask you to hold still.
How do you eat purpleberry crunch? Real warriors eat it
My liver ain't the lily kind. Tell it to me straight, Doc.
The bullet shattered your tibia and all but demolished your gastrocnemius muscle. Due to the risk of infection, I have to abscise your leg. There is good news, however. I recently enrolled in a course on advanced amputation techniques, so I'll be seeing a positive return on my investment sooner than expected. Excuse me, I'm in the middle of a private consultation.
Say, how sore are my pockets gonna be after all this, Doc? Don't suppose there's a discount for only taking a portion of the leg?
I'm not running a charity. If you desire full treatment, you'll pay full cost. If that's a problem, seek compensation from your commanding officer.
Broadcasting only the most...
A kind, if naive offer. Unless you have thousands of bits to burn, any amount you could provide would be a drop in the tank at best. My services do not come cheaply.
This is a mighty big decision, Doc. Can I have a moment to noodle on it?
With a direct message...
I don't encourage delays, but very well. It'll take a few minutes for me to warm up the saw anyway.
about all of us at Auntie's Choice. Your so-called superiors would have you believe we're
Sweet merciful law, as if I haven't enough to contend with than some would-be resurrectionist coming around. What's next, a giant station falling out of the sky to crush us all? In case it isn't apparent, I'm having what might be called a day. A whole platoon of soldiers decided to get themselves all shot up defending the forward operating base. And then there's Erickson. Something happened with a drone. I don't know. You'd be better off speaking with him about it.
part of the herd at Auntie's Choice.
Oh, good lad. But he's mistaken. It's not more hands I need, but resources. Short of you skipping back in time and ordering the coagulant I need, I doubt anything can be done to accelerate the timetable for treating these soldiers.
It's never too late to rebrand and start a new...
I am a doctor, not a magician. I cannot manufacture coagulant from the aether, neither do I possess the special training to improvise with what supplies I have on hand. Now, was there anything else?
favorites, though admittedly I'm far from discerning.
wireless free
Some.
Arcadia presents
Most still tout the all-healing nature of Protectorate medicine. But despite that, they're surprisingly amenable to accepting treatment.
They ain't grown up with the right to dissent. Probably wouldn't even occur to them to turn down poison if you told them to take it.
Good thing I don't prescribe poison then. Normally. In truth, I expected more resistance given the sudden transition. But I'm not one to complain of a headache I don't have. Pharmaceuticals, bandages, tinctures. It's all here. said is not a toy. In future, I'd appreciate you keeping your unsanitized hands to yourself. I'm gonna have to re-sterilize that chem set now. And I just cleaned it 2 weeks ago. Doing my... Wait, did you attempt to produce the coagulant? Let me see. No, that doesn't look right at all. Please do not try to administer whatever that is to anyone. My morgue is already near capacity.
You know, Doc, actually feeling a lot better.
What's that burning smell? Oh, good. I think the saw's all warmed up.
For merry melodies and prevailing conditions.
Why are you pestering me? Do I look like middle management?
Auntie's
No
choice.
time to conversate.
Go consume. I'd say welcome back. If you're here for the doc, hope you ain't in any kind of hurry. Wait's still on.
Auntie's choice is all about choice. From 15 different kinds of fresh from frozen meats
Oh,
to vegetables
it's helping with the pain some, but
and some.
I'm feeling a mite out of sorts. I think I might be seeing things. What in the blazes was in that?
That choice. You deserve Auntie's choice. And now
Why, yes, of course, Mr. Milverstreet. I have the bits you asked for right here. No, I couldn't possibly try on your hat. Well, if you insist.
Keep your petty skepticism. I'll pay my tab in no time. You'll see.
I see a huge opportunity for us in Fairfield. There's zero competition and plenty to drive people to drink.
Oh, it must be one of my copious direct reports. Rest assured, I'm making adequate progress in my manual labors. Time for another performance review already. Apologies, I'm still applying the required elbow grease to scour these surfaces, just like a novice facility sanitizer should. Oh no, I'm not getting demoted again, am I? This meritocratic society is still so foreign. The workplace skullduggery, the prioritizing of self over community, the excessively colorful nutrition. I fear I'm not cut out for this canid, eat canid lifestyle. Seems the only way to flourish is through general underhandedness and ruthless efficiency. Never picked up those skills in my 50 years as Fairfield's drone operator. Pity they didn't keep me on there. I was quite skilled at it. Oh, you're right. I wanted change. Whole reason I left the Protectorate in the first place. No sense complaining about the means now.
Welcome to the name-pending saloon, purveyor of spirits and stimuli. What'll it be, stranger? Why, sure. You'd be surprised how much loose talk and idle speculation occurs around here. What, between the Protectorate defectors, finally able to speak their minds, and all our off-duty Antes employees carping about work and the war? Any particular topic you have in mind? Oh, Minister Milverstreet's blessed with the gift of gab. Swear he could sell bypass shunts to a raptidon. Ain't one of them falsely magniloquent types, though. Sincere fella. Shares command of Fairfield with Acquisitions Officer Carr. She's blunt and murderous. Two traits Auntie's Choice highly prizes in a commander of corporate forces. To say they have differing approaches to leadership is like saying, gee, suns are hot, whilst being incinerated in a solar eruption. Vox Station's run by a brigadier by the name of Montelli. Sounds like he's as much a danger to his own troops as ours. Real piece of work, even by Protectorate standards. Reportedly enamored of show trials and summary executions. Tell you one thing you can't avoid, the bridge. No other way around it, and at present, it's held by Protectorate forces. We have a small contingent of troops bivouacked nearby. Forward Operating Base, they call it. You're asking me for the particulars of a high-level corporate acquisition. Like, an in-depth accounting of the various parties who vied for control and who won out in the end? They merged. Rebranded. Auntie Cleo seems in charge now. Dunno. Do my best to steer clear of corporate intrigue. My pleasure. Got anything for me in return?
Including but not limited to borscht entrails, spread organs, salt tuna skin, nanner peels, and tobacco husks for the perfect combination.
Apologies, but tall tales and poorly formed fabrications failed to impress me much. Here I was hoping you'd have a good story for me in exchange, but oh well. Not everyone's a seasoned raconteur.
This one goes out to all those aspiring to climb the
That is an ensuing step on my 19-point business plan. Trying to find a name that would convince patrons to spend their hard-earned bits here. Like to hear a few contenders? At present, my top favorites are 1. The Drunken Haggler, 2. Accessories, 3. Absinthe-Minded, 4. The Fair Shake. Now tell me, which would make you spend your hard-earned bits here? Well, that's what we'll call it then. I'll tell future business partners we did extensive outside testing. I can now check off step 18 of my business plan.
That's tobacco. That's tobacco.
Shh, not so loud. Look, operating a new location sure ain't easy. Swear I get blamed for anything going wrong, whether it's my fault or some foul up from the local head office. But the nice thing about Fairfield, if you sound like you got some know-how, people believe just about any bit of hooey or bunkum you declare. Pick your poison, and I am mostly not being literal there.
We're talking candy.
That's tobacco.
You love a candy.
That's tobacco.
If all that coughing bothers you, don't worry, you can do it too.
Never catch a break. Finally find a way to get ahead, and this happens.
That's tobacco. Smoke out tobacco.
It's what your friends all love to do.
Swear, I almost had it this time. Everything all lined up. Easy mark, guaranteed moneymaker, favorable terms. Practically the recipe for success. Look like you've had your share of troubles. Ever had the perfect opportunity just slip through your fingers? So you can understand my situation then. I had just the thing to get me a fast-track promotion to lower middle management. Now you seem like someone who knows a good deal and wouldn't be adverse to helping me out. It's like this. I agreed to meet with a business associate to finalize a deal, but the location got set for Spire Grove. Problem is, you been outside of Fairfield? Well, the funicular to Spire Grove broke recently, so I got no way to get up there. I'd break my neck scaling that cliff for sure. There's a long way around, but it's not for me. Why, the path there might be lousy with raptidons for all I know. It wasn't before, but mayhap they were just lulling me into a false sense of complacency so they can strike. Not particularly. Already have plenty of nightmares about them critters. Just thinking about them scrambles my gray matter. I can't imagine setting foot in Spire Grove, even though it might mean losing a chance to acquire the prize of a lifetime. You see, my partner there unearthed an unexploited Protectorate technology. Wouldn't go into details, but promised it'd revolutionize the daily life of Auntie's Choice citizens.
wireless-free Arcadia.
Don't want to bargain none? Might suspicious, you ask me. Like maybe I ought to end this here conversation. I have a few bits I can offer you. Not much, but if it turns out a roaring success like it ought to, and I get a fat promotion, I promise I'll see you're taken care of later.
Frontline scuttlebutt has it the sovereign.
Splendid.
go parlay with Jackson Plum up at Spire Grove. It's some kind of agricultural harvesting encampment southwest of here, near a mess of them rocky spires. He'll provide the agreed-upon schematics.
Cutting deals, driving profits, and the Protectorate's console.
Truth is, haven't the slightest. You know the Protectorate have all the most advanced technology, though. Probably something straight out of an Aetherwave serial. Edible spacesuits, N-ray specs, matter translocation. It could be anything. If Jackson's all fired up about it, it'll be beyond comprehension, I'm sure.
Who knows? We have all the jigsaw.
Well, the broke-down funicular is due west of here. Dexterous-looking so-and-so like yourself could probably scarp her up it in a jiffy. From there, it's just up the hill a smidge. So close, but so far away. At least for me, anyhow.
Fairfield.
All right, then. Don't let me keep you.
Fair trade.
The door this stuff? They must be storing something good in there.
Yeah, guns, armor.
There was a lonesome boy with a hapless frown, whose luck spun around when Nancy came to town. A Arcadia came to cut with the news. I was the boy, I did that good with you. Yes, Nancy welcomes you with arms open wide, and all you gotta do is sign the dotted line. The boy signed up, he didn't hesitate. Anything to rid him of his papa's fate. The Arcadia said, okay, we'll start right away. The first trick of the trade, let no one get in your way. No rules, no oversight, no effort to abide. The only thing that matters is the bottom line. Buy low, you sell high, you profit more. You cut the cost, you raise the price, and profit soar. The joy of laissez-faire. Oh, you know it well.
You're thinking too small, Murph. I'd put money on the Protectorate stashing treasure inside. A whole pool of bits enough to swim in.
It's a constabulary, not a bank. And certainly not some kind of gold-filled swimming hole. Besides, these Protectorate lack imagination. Never had an original thought wasn't written down for them first. Like I told you before, it's probably just guns. I'd guess you're one such person.
You won't hear me complaining about the benefits of superior firepower. Say, how do you feel about explosives? We've tried everything short of skipping a ship through that door to get inside. Though, come to think of it, maybe that's not such a bad idea.
I'd love to see the quartermaster's face after turning her lamps onto that requisition request.
Fine, Skip drives out. Say, maybe we could commandeer one of them tractors out in the field instead. Oh, that could plow through the door.
In case you haven't noticed, we're in the middle of a war, and hard to say whether we're winning or not. Better question is why no one else is treating this like a top priority. Part of being a good soldier is knowing your strengths and your weaknesses. For example, I'm good at shooting wisecracking stooges in the face. Want to see? In any siege, advantage goes to the defenders. Right now, the Protectorate still has control of the bridge to the Vox station. That station is the key to taking Paradise Island. When Officer Carr ever gets the go-ahead, we need to be ready. Right. With all our new trainees, we've got the numbers. But bodies won't mean diddly without the weapons and equipment hopefully inside that armory.
If there are any weapons at all, I still say it's treasure. This is Eden after all.
You've made your case, Kemp. I'm more interested in hearing the opinion of our new friend here. What do you suppose is in there?
Don't that strike you as a touch simple? And anyway, why would the Protectorate lock up everything they'd need to fight back? Unless they were trying to keep it from an invading force. Saying it aloud's altered my opinion somewhat. Fine, it's possible. I'll grant you.
I don't see it mattering much either way. That door is sealed tighter than a Saltuna can. Nobody's getting through anytime soon.
Time to restock your arsenal? Planning a key.
Oh, really? Why didn't you lead with that?
Ordinarily, I'd question how you came about such a unique skill set. But circumstances being what they are, have at it.
Just know we're keeping an eye on you.
I'm yearning and
I got it. What if we... No, wait. We already tried that. Oh!
No, sure. We just thought we'd close it behind us. Didn't want to let in a draft.
Ignore her. She's just out of sorts. I don't think I need to tell you why.
every last bit that I save is intended for you.
Don't go into the...
I wasn't being ironical about the giant hologram over town hall. Well, guess we ought to go acquaint ourselves
Boy,
with
take
that
this terminal and trash it. That's it. I need a smoke. If you're about to blast me about fixing that void-forsaken terminal, it'll have to wait. I'm entitled to a break like anyone else. It's in my contract. I triple-checked. What do you think the smokes are for? It's like getting a few breaths of air while standing in a decompressing cargo bay, so... yes and no. I'm getting pressure from the folks up top to deploy these Protectorate drones to the military camp on behalf of Auntie's Choice. That terminal's been giving me some trouble. The drones are ready to launch. All that he's doing is fixing their targeting priorities so they mark us as friendlies. But I can't breach the terminal's security protocols. Drones are only as dangerous as their programming. But it's a moot point anyway. These ones ain't gonna shift on their own anytime soon. And that there's a problem. I know it probably seems like we're up to our ducks in troops, but half of them are ex-Protectorate trainees who can't tell the business end of a rifle. We need these drones. What? Oh, yeah. Must have gotten jammed in there prior to the liberation. Truth be told, I'd forgotten about it. What with all the trouble this terminal's been giving me. If I can get these drones launched, you're welcome to help yourself to it. Guessing that means you're flat out of ideas? Figures. Not that I need the help of some Protectorate townie, understand, but... I might have heard my predecessor was odd-jobbing it around town these days. Magnus, I think his name was. Bet a fellow drone operator like him would have some insight into all this... perplexity.
No signs of corrosion. You just stopping by to admire the mines, or is there something I can help you with? See this system here? It deploys extreme countermeasures against overhead attacks in the form of aerial explosives, oft referred to as sky mines by those who prefer brevity. However, the whole thing is currently non-operational. Some problem with the lifting mechanism. No lift means no sky mines. No sky mines means the enemy can blow in like a bad sail, and we'll all be passing in our bits before you can say, gee, nice weather we're having today.
Helping everyone from lower management to members.
Not unless your talent for interruption matches your knowledge of lifting mechanisms?
Every episode, I focus on a...
Like it's that easy, huh? All right, let's see you try then. I was being sarcastic, you ninny. I wouldn't trust you near a macrowave, let alone a system capable of deploying incendiary devices. Go do something that's not being in my way. Look at a cloud. Touch some grass. Imagine that'll keep you safely occupied a while.
All right, baby. It's just me and you again.
Big Gain Hunter. Brought to you by
Now,
Auntie's
how's
Choice
about we
Lift
figure
Off
out
Laxative. And every washroom mission with a successful
what's
splashdown.
wrong?
I'm on Dorado, soaking up solar particles in Golden Ridge. Sounds like a million-bit piece of real estate. Too bad all that glitters here is fool's gold. But we're prospecting for a different kind of pay dirt. A creature with 8 legs and 2 venomous injectors. The Barachnid. Not my kind of quarry. Gives me the whim-whams. I wouldn't be here if I wasn't contractually obligated. But let's cut to the hunt. Here in Golden Ridge, we'll find a Barachnid breed encrusted with crystals, which only improves their unsettling appearance in that it helps them blend in. Plenty of nastier variations out there. This whole system needs an exterminator. These jumbo bugs are deadly from any distance. They'll cover a quarter furlong in a single leap.
That must be the greenhouse. You know, one where that Emily is supposed to be moving stolen goods.
You know what? No need to track one of these spiders down. Listeners get the gist. Security team spotted one nearby. Great. Guess we better have a look. It's on me! It's a swarm! They're everywhere! Burn them! Burn them with plasma! Best way to deal with swarms is plasma grenades. Burn the whole colony in one fiery swoop. And don't underestimate traps. Arachnids don't have the gray to skitter around them. Stick with quick loaders. While you're swapping ammo, the spiders might already be on top of you. Nastiest case scenario. Let's just move on to the spoils, shall we? A Barachnid's only premium part is its sucker. Hideous, but handy in all sorts of crafting.
I'm simply not credulous enough to accept this is where I've ended up.
Intense spread hides
At least 3 lackeys. Or a full half-dozen
Time to
automechs.
blast off this bug-infested rock. So with that, I raise a glass of Spectrum Red and bid you bottoms up to your bottom line.
I'd welcome you, would-be consumer, but we are not a retail operation. Please visit the various consumer locations around Fairfield for all your purchasing needs. I have far too many claims on my time to be able to cater to the curious at the moment. I was meant to have help, but they lacked the barest amount of gray matter it takes to keep from getting locked up by excessive corporate malfeasance. So I'm on my own here, breaking my back, trying to buttress all these vines on top of all my other jobs. Oh, the bits I wouldn't pay for some of those mechs the Protectorate used to work this place. So, is there anything else, or can I get back to work? Really? Feel you're entitled to that information, do you? Because all these plants were unknown inside Auntie's Choice. And there's a good chance we can make something of them. Though I expect word any day that the big brains in R&D will have tweaked and twisted these plants so they're better than nature. Then we push the new product on the market. And my contract says I get 0.0003427% of net after development, testing, packaging, advertising, and distribution costs. So you know, this is a pretty big deal for me. Quite the setup, ain't it? Before we took Fairfield, Auntie's Choice didn't have anything like this. Every kind of plant we've got was made to thrive in a chemical vat. But the Protectorate grows all their greens the old-fashioned way, with water and soil and actual fertilizer. I can't decide if it's adorably quaint or just plain daft. Then again, they all only have one job, so they have the time to indulge in all those sorts of archaic whimsies. Damn lucky Crabble copulators. Research mostly, some wholesale, and as the base for some small batch, highly exclusive, limited edition retail runs. Though I expect word any day that the big brains in R&D will have tweaked and twisted these plants so they're better than nature. Then we push the new product on the market. And my contract says I get 0.0003427% of net after development, testing, packaging, advertising, and distribution costs. So, you know, this is a pretty big deal for me. Well, I've got a lot left to do and not much time left to do it in, so you can show yourself out.
This paradigm of yours, or sovereign, or whatever, does it really provide everything you want?
We are provided everything we need, not everything we want.
You're back. Why? You read my terminal? How embarrassing. The compliance adjusters broke the door lock when they arrested my predecessor, and I haven't gotten around to fixing it yet. Not that I thought anyone had come snooping. I'd made careful arrangements to tie up everyone's loose ends. Everyone except you, it seems. So, why are you so interested in my other work? You're not part of compliance. Huh. Assertive, ambitious, and aggressively self-deterministic? A go-getter who's not afraid of getting into the muck if there might be profit in it? You know, I've been looking for some backfills with the kind of cleverness usually only found on the seedy lower decks of the claim. Feel like making a few bits? Wonderful. Your jib is exactly the kind of cut we could use right now. And I've got a whole cartridge of bits that's been waiting for someone to earn it. I'm part of Sub Rosa. We're a group of merchants, information brokers, and commodity traders who deal outside the systems most folk are confined by. We're the best way to get things done in anti-space if you're looking for profit. Want to buy it, sell it, move it? We've got someone to do it for you. Puh, they were rubes. Nitwits. Dolts so lacking in faculties that they couldn't handle the minuscule, and by that I mean damn tiny, amount of discretion this job requires. They had to be dealt with so we could all get back to work. And now that I'm here, things will be running right smoothly. So, long as your brain pan's filled with more than a half-dead sprat spinning on a rusty wheel, I absolutely guarantee this is a no-risk venture. Wow, isn't that just wonderful? I had no suspicion when you walked through my door that you'd help resolve the last of the morass Paradise Island has become for us. And all we need you to do is access Quartermaster Cardos's terminal and scrub any Spectrum vodka from her ledgers. It's already been resold, so having it in her system could become problematic. Expunge it, and I get you some bits, and the friendship of Sub Rosa all over the system. You get me? And I'll be waiting here with your bits.
Am I going to need to find a truck?
You certainly can't have mine. What kind of tilt do you have?
People think I got ejected from the saloon because I'm
Our target audience
Well, maybe I am drunk. Drunk on bold ideas.
Leave me be. I have no interest in dealing with the machinations of you dark marketers today.
Whoa! How in the blazes did you get in there? Huh. Guns after all. Most of these irons look pretty old-fashioned, too. A bit lackluster, if you ask me.
Yeah, it's real sad how our trainees will have the armaments to defend us now. I swear, Kemp, sometimes I wonder about you. And of course, we have you to thank. That sure was an impressive display of ingenuity and forward thinking.
What do you think, Murph? Guess we could make this some kind of tax write-off.
If anyone asks, you're a professional we hired through the proper channels. Definitely not some nobody drifted in from the aether. Understood? Good.
A lot of fresh blood in the talent pool around here with these Protectorate inspectors. Not sure how I feel about that, except that I hate it.
No, just sort of a mascot.
I see. So, is your answer to consider undying and untrustworthy?
Ectoplasm. Wait. Just Terra X. Heavens, Auntie, you scared the living daylights out of me. Shouldn't sneak up on a man like that. Good way to earn a bullet betwixt the eyes. You know, you might be right. I'm reliably certain I did not want to find out. Guess I should apologize for all that hullabaloo before. Just mistook you for another unfleshly manifestation. Look, I know how it sounds, like I'm a few crabbles short of a herd, but just hear me out. It all started the other night. Saw a personage leaving the greenhouse, late. Figured it for Emily, but when I asked her about it, she didn't know what I was talking about. Happened again the next night. Gave chase that time, but lost him hereabouts. I turned a corner and they'd up and vanished. I've knocked on doors, peeped a few windows, respectfully, mind you. And I ain't spied anything more exciting than a chair. But then, a being of pure information probably wouldn't linger on this plane any longer than necessary. Too tiresome, would be my guess. That sort of name-calling is unwelcome and uncalled for. If you don't want to help, then be on your way. No one nailing your feet to the ground. I certainly won't say no to having a fresh set of lamps on the scene. Just be careful. Hate to see you disappeared like that foodstuffs.